Okay, let's see what's new in the watch world. Oh, new Patek. Cubitus? No. Unmistakable elegance? What? So there are three variations released as of now. You have a stainless steel version, you have a two-tone version, and then you have a platinum version. All three cases come in the same 45mm case size and a lug-to-lug of 44.9mm, making these watches not wear too big. Sapphire crystals on both front and the back and 30 meters of water resistance. The 58211A is powered by the automatic in-house 26330 SC caliber. It beats at 4 Hz and offers a maximum of 45 hours of power reserve. And this version costs 35,000 Swiss francs. The two-tone version costs 52,000 Swiss francs, and then you have a platinum version with a higher thickness of 9.6mm, but everything else is the same. And this is also a different movement because it has a moon phase and a large date window. And this 5822P01 costs a whopping 75,000 Swiss francs. Okay, so you're telling me that one of the greatest watchmakers in the world, the most respected horology watch brands, had 25 years and they came up with this as a solution to an entry-level sports watch? Oh boy. Look at all the Patek names. You have the Aquanaut, you have the Nautilus, you have the Calatrava, you have Grand Complications. They're powerful, they're utilitarian, they're purpose-built. And then someone came up with Cubitus because cube and Nautilus. I mean, okay, so this is for the modern audiences, right? Younger generation, is this how they perceive them? That they're gonna accept leftovers from another prestigious watch? Look, I didn't drink the Patek Kool-Aid because I wasn't invited, but this design feels passionless. It feels uninspiring, which isn't a good sign when you position yourself as one of the most prestigious watch brands. When you do a modern watch, there has to be something different. There has to be a little bit of innovation. Look, we know that Patek is not going to, have a brainstorming session with crazy ideas and concepts, nothing like that. This is a slow brand. It's going to move at a slow pace. We get it, but this feels backwards in so many ways, especially now that we have seen so many variations of the integrated bracelet stainless steel sports watches from so many brands. We have already moved past that basic 70s design, and now we're looking at brands exploring how to do the future version of this genre, because this genre is important. But in this day and age, this feels outdated as Why do this though? Let's psychoanalyze this for a second. First of all, this is a Patek Philippe. The branding is there. And secondly, this is a steel sports model. It kind of makes sense from a business perspective because the Nautilus has been such a powerful icon. If this was a few years ago, we still would have the 5711. This would make even less sense because this would be almost the same price as the Nautilus. But now that that has been discontinued and we now have a 5811, which is almost double the price of this watch, it makes sense commercially. As for the design is lazy as compared to the original Nautilus, as compared to the Royal Oak, as compared to any of Genta's iconic designs. But the main problem that a lot of people seem to have with this watch is that it borrows too much from the Nautilus. The teak dial texture, you look at the hands, you look at the markers, you look at the date window even, the bracelet, even the ears on the sides, every single thing, it just looks like a deformed Nautilus. Okay, you want to make an entry-level steel watch with a Patek name on it, change the dial, make the dial simple, make it a black dial or matte green dial or even a sunray dial. But like I said, this does make commercial sense. First of all, this is going to sell. You're moving away from the Nautilus, but still having enough of the Nautilus because that's the most recognizable Patek for most people, especially for the younger audiences, the younger generations. And I think this is where my biggest frustration lies. The deliberate backward progression. When we see progression in the watch industry, it's always steadily progress, steadily improve, right? We expect a little bit of refinement with each change, with each upgrade. But what's been done here is that in order to make the Nautilus more prestigious, more aspiring, they've come out with another product that deliberately feels less refined just to maintain that mystique around the Nautilus. You're not ready for the Nautilus. You first have to get this as a newcomer. No, wait. Why am I depressed? Look, I'm just frustrated because this clearly shows the state of the watch industry today. If a brand big enough can release something, there's nothing exciting about it, it still gets the hype. Is this a bad watch? No. You might like the design. There is definitely a market for this. But I'm just frustrated with the way that it has been done. The deliberate lack of refinement that's been there in order to prop up the Nautilus, in order to prop up the Aquanaut. Feels like they've come out with a lesser product in order to elevate their existing product instead of refining everything. This is not necessarily a bad product, but I wish that Patek could do a little bit more. So it does make you think, wow, designing a watch case is not easy and it shouldn't be taken for granted. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you like them, you don't like them. Be honest, just share your thoughts. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. I need to lie down.